Now this is a very conversational safari. If you have any questions, comments, things like that, do not raise your hand, just blurt it out. I will do my best to answer everything I can. Though I can't guarantee every answer will be correct, I will answer every single question.
Water.
Looks like there's already some movement on either side of the vehicles, everyone. So we're gonna move up just ahead in Little Laturi Forest. Now all the way back there, you might see that smaller animal walking around. That is a yellow-backed diker. They have yellow fur on their back. It'll stand up on its end when it gets startled. Then it'll dive into the bushes to try and hide from its predators. I'm gonna pull up just a little bit because there's a couple other animals on the right-hand side as well. Now look at those animals to your right-hand side. It looks a lot like the zebra, doesn't it? Everyone say, yes, it looks like the zebra. Yes, it does. Well, that's an okapi, actually the only known relative of the giraffe. And then over there to your left-hand side, very hard to spot. In those bushes, everyone, those animals are called bongos. Not to be confused with the drum, they're a type of antelope. And they are so rarely seen that they are called the ghost of the forest. The ghost of the forest. Or ghost of the forest, excuse me. I'm already slowing my words up here because I'm so excited about our safari. Oh, straight ahead. It looks a lot like the common deer that you might find in your backyard or something.
Justin, it's a white bird.
This right here is called a greater kudu. The greater kudu is another type of antelope. We're going to be seeing a lot of antelope throughout our safari. Those right there are females. The females don't have horns. So that's how we know those are greater kudu right there. They're females, rather.
Where'd you get it?
Let's keep moving right ahead. Now, a helpful info for our safari, if we see a truck in front of us stop, usually a very good sign that we're going to be able to stop as well, everyone. Looks like they've spotted something just ahead on the left-hand side for everyone.
Look over this side, Lo.
Oh, look what, out there to your left-hand side walking around. That is the black rhinoceros, everyone. A very rare animal to see.
He's running.
About 3,500 pounds. They can run 35 miles an hour, but they are very endangered. Less than 5,000 left in the wild. They are very rare and endangered animals. And out there to your left, all the way out there, those birds, those are saddle-built storks. They have a wingspan of about 9 feet. So the whole width of this truck, they are very large birds. Little Laturi Forest has already yielded a very fruitful safari for us. But we're not going to call it quits right now. We're going to keep going, everybody, into the Safi River Basin. The Safi River Basin is usually home to the showstopper, the show stealer, the crowd favorite, everybody, the Nile hippopotamus. You might be able to spot one to your right-hand side over here, but I assure you, if you don't, there will be more on the left-hand side. So please try and stay seated the best you can back there. There will be more coming up on the left, everybody. But those are Nile hippos, very large animals, about 5,500 pounds. They can eat about 150 pounds of vegetation each and every night. So they are hungry hippos. Now on this island right here, these lighter shaded birds, those are pink-backed pelicans. They will get a pink color during their mating season. It's actually the smallest species of pelican that there is. And look just past the pelicans, everyone. The Nile hippopotamus.
There we go.
There are a lot. 7 or 8, rather. Now, does anyone know what the name is for a group of hippos? Any guesses back there at all?
Hippi?
A lot of hippos? Very close. It's a bloat. A bloat of hippos. They can stay underwater up to 8 minutes at a time. They can also sleep and give birth underwater. That is very unique to that animal. And as we come up along Crocodile Bridge, I'm going to remind everyone, please stay seated around Crocodile Bridge. We don't want anything to happen around these dangerous predators. They are very, very large, about 20 feet long. They can run 10 miles an hour. And their jaws are very strong. When they clamp those jaws down, it's about 2,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. That's what allows them to hunt for things such as wildebeest, gazelle, things like that. Definitely not an animal that we want to mess with. So we're going to keep going. Awesome composure and poise back there from everybody in the vehicle. And we're going to need that through the rest of our safari, everyone. We're now heading into a very different part of Africa, the savannah. Now, speaking of different, it's straight ahead. Gonna go to everybody's right-hand side. Some of you might be thinking Colby somewhat went horribly, horribly wrong when they planted this tree. Well, that's how I got its nickname, everybody. It's the upside down tree of Africa. It looks like they planted it upside down. It's called the baobab. It stays leafless 9 months out of the year. It holds all the water it needs in its trunk. The trunk's about 60 feet in diameter and the tree itself about 70 feet tall. So it is very large. Everyone keep those cameras out. This is my favorite bit of Africa. The savanna plains that stretch hundreds and thousands of miles across the continent. It's the super highway for a myriad of different animal migrations and home to some of the more famous animals such as the lion and the elephant. If we're lucky, we will see them both this morning. It's part of the wild Africa we're all trying so hard to conserve out here in Harambe.
That's why we came in the morning.
We spot a giraffe out there. Now we will get a lot closer to those animals, I assure everybody. We're gonna kind of do a big loop and come back to those giraffes. There are two types of giraffes on this earth. The Maasai giraffe and the reticulated giraffe. And we're gonna get a lot closer to all these animals that you might see on your right-hand side as well. And I'll be sure to stop when we get closer. Yeah, exactly right. That is the Ankoli cattle. A lot of times I get the reaction, holy cow, when we pass by, and they are very large. That's exactly right, because they are a type of cattle. Their horns are about 6 feet in length on both sides there. Almost 20 centimeters in diameter at the base of the horn there. And those horns look very heavy, but they're not heavy at all. They have a hollow interior. It's got a honeycomb shape on the inside. It allows their blood to circulate through a little more freely. Now look out there to your left, a couple smaller looking antelope. Those are fully grown springbucks. Type of antelope.
Yeah, right there.
Springbucks can jump 11 feet directly in the air. I'm gonna pause right here for the Ankoli cow. These are a couple of my favorites out here in Harambe. Those horns are very, very large.